Greetings, fellow humans. Welcome to No Tea with JD, and this is actually a Feisty Friday video. If you see that it's a bit dark, it's because it is dark, and I'm recording this at home. Just so you know, what I do on most social media platforms and most of my books is I don't use adult language. For anyone who does know me in person, I do have a colorful vocab and a mouth that could get me in a lot more trouble. But I do try to keep things PG, so I don't use curse language as a crutch. First off, and also because I do know that younger readers and YouTube lovers watch these videos. So please, kids, don't watch this. Mommy and Daddy are gonna hate me if they catch you watching this particular video. There's others that you can watch. But I do this because I behave so much and so often that, well, sometimes you need to let off a bit of steam and just talk like you normally talk, or talk a bit raunchy. So, this is over a minute of an intro. You've been duly warned. There was a parental advisory thing. I'll even include a caption. I'm saying this now and probably the caption already appeared, but still. So that you can realize how on the fly all this is. Anyways, the topic for today is people in a fucking rush, and me not understanding why people are in a fucking rush. Either everyone's shitting their pants or people are in a fucking rush all the time. I have no idea why. Firstly, just because you press the button of an elevator 20 times doesn't mean it's going to go any faster, or it's going to go, oh, Jerry's in a rush. We have to go to this floor first. Stop doing it. It's stupid. I know you think it makes a difference. It doesn't. It's like, I don't even know what to describe it as. It's such an illogical behavior. And I don't know, tap dance. Don't cut in line. Don't be rude. Don't be an asshole. I think that applies for everything, but especially if you're in a rush. A lot of people are in rushes, and I wonder, what the hell is the rush? I actually did an experiment once in Puerto Rico. The commute from my former employee place of work to my apartment, if there was no traffic, was about 8 or 9 minutes. Average commute with traffic. If traffic was bad, it's an 8 or 9 minute commute. If traffic was bad, you could take like an hour and 15 minutes easy. That's Puerto Rico. But on a day with like normal traffic, I did the experiment of driving borderline recklessly, going faster than the speed limit, cutting and whatnot, and I saved a total of 4 minutes. I think I can go at a prudent pace and use those 4 minutes to listen to an extra song. If you're in a rush and you see a charcoal gray Corolla with a guy like me in it, by all means pass me. I'm not in a rush. I don't drive in a rush. I don't like driving in a rush. I don't like driving fast. And people in the States drive really fucking fast. On the expressway, I average around, I don't know, 66, 68 miles an hour. A speed limit is 65. Most people go 70 plus. A lot of people go almost 90. I do not understand this, or why people lament when they crash, especially when it's raining and they're still speeding. I have no idea. I don't think it's a good idea. By all means, I've seen crashes because people are speeding while it's raining. Because, I don't know, wet surface plus velocity plus mass equals loss of control. I think it's pretty fucking logical. But a lot of people don't see it that way. They just want to ride up your ass and get the hell out of my lane. It's like, seriously, there's no logical thought to this shit. Which begs the question, what's the fucking rush? You know, in a digital era, as is now, it's not like you're going to miss a show. It's not like you can't talk to someone on the phone because You can talk to them on your way home. By the way, don't drive holding the fucking telephone. Use a headset. I think that's pretty logical. But apparently, more people obey the law in Puerto Rico than in Georgia, which I think is fucking hilarious. Because people in Puerto Rico drive pretty recklessly and aggressively. And the thing is that in Puerto Rico, the population of the island is, it says 3.7 million now. Let's say over 3 million people on the island. That's 100 miles by 35 miles across. That is a guesstimate. It's actually 108 by 42 or something. It's a small island, but it's a nice island and it's home. In Georgia, just in Atlanta, there's about, I don't know how many million people. It's crazy. It's just a matter of statistics, of volume of numbers. So you're gonna see. It's not that you're gonna see more asshole drivers. It's that it's more possible. And if you take I-75 or I-85, you're gonna see some crazy shit. I've seen 5 and 6 lane changes to go straight into an exit. If they don't make that exit, they're gonna crash. And people go like, ugh. And I don't know if there's a fucking special on Fast and the Furious series. I don't know if Vin Diesel's everyone's fucking totem and spirit animal. I give 2 fucks. Seriously, slow the fuck down. Realize that nothing's gonna be lost if you take an extra 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Oh my god. You took an extra 10 minutes? Listen to a fucking audiobook and just don't get on my ass if I'm driving too slow for your comfort. And by the way, I always take the right lane. I find myself having to go faster because the average speed is fast here. And, I get that you have to, when in Rome and that bullshit. But when it gets to the point where you're being reckless and stupid, it does beg the question, why? What the fuck? And the same applies to work. I do work in advertising, and advertising is crazy by nature. You see a lot of crazy things in advertising, and I've seen my fair share. And where I currently work is nowhere near as bad shit as the things that I've seen. But you see the same problems. You see the same situations. You see the same bullshit. Having to work something rush is something that happens. I've had to do an entire campaign that includes print, TV, radio, internet, and outdoor in 2 days. Not a pleasant 2 days, a lot of stress, a lot of work. Only to have to revise and revise and revise. And revisions, if you get 3 rounds of revisions, I get that. But sometimes I do get 8, 9, 10. I think my record is 15 or 16 revisions. Try to imagine having a layout for something and then you have to revise that 16 times. Then people wonder why the fuck there was a typo. Guess why? Because you no longer, see anything except what it should be. Or what it was 4 versions ago. But, part of our job is to respond quickly to the client's needs. And the thing is that there's a difference. The client perceives this as needs, and it's actually a want. They say that they need this ad done by tomorrow. Last I checked, no one's going to die if that advert does not go out the next day. Advertising, the purpose of advertising is communicating and probably convincing someone to invest money in a transaction to obtain something. That is often a fast food combo, a piece of chicken, toys, stuff. Fucking stuff. We're not curing cancer, we're not disarming a bomb, we're not saving a life, we're selling shit. And communicating shit and convincing people that the money invested in getting the message to them is a lot better invested in that message rather than the product. There's a couple of companies that I can look at directly in the eye and say, what the fuck? Cut your advertising budget and make better products. But again, it's all about rush. It's all about speed. It's all about now. And it does beg the question, what the fuck gives? What's the rush? And by having more technology, people want things even faster. And it begs the question, what the fuck for? What's the rush? You can't do anything with it. You can't do anything with that much information. And I don't know the answer to that. I know that people perceive their wants as needs, and that's part of the situation. I won't say it's a problem, I'll say it's a situation. But the rush people have, people have, it's not that they have a stick up their ass, it's that they have a stick shift up their ass, and it's already in fourth gear, and it's like, dude, what's the fucking rush? Slow down. No one's gonna die. No one's really gonna die. You are aware of that. The only things I've worked in communications. When I say that, it means that I've worked in advertising, marketing, and public relations, and corporate communications. Those four. I've also done editorial work. I've also translated textbooks. I've also proofread textbooks. I've done quite a few things in my career as a copywriter. I know the difference between something that does merit being in a rush and something that doesn't. And 99% of the time, it doesn't merit it. What's that 1%? I've worked crisis management. I worked at a company that had a situation where sensitive patient information was leaked because there was a hack. That's a dire situation where you have to communicate to people what happened, what they have to do, and so on and so forth. I've had to work on a Saturday to revise layouts for an ad on a Saturday. I've had to work weekends because something that hasn't even been presented to the client needs to be revised now. I know the difference between something that has to occur now and something that is desired now. People want to get to their homes now. They don't have anything to get home to. They get home to pull out their phone and check the news and watch something. Play some app. They don't have meaningful conversations. The conversation could have waited 6 minutes. It could have waited 15 minutes, and it might have been better because it could have built up that desire to talk. But it doesn't. People are just in this empty rush that you wonder, what the fuck is so necessary at this very precise moment that it can't wait 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes? Which begs the question, in traffic, are you shitting yourself? Is that your justification for driving like an asshole? Because last I checked, if you crash, you will shit yourself. Whereas if you go a bit slower and a bit safer, you have a better chance to make it to the toilet. So yeah, that's my rant on speed. If you have any thoughts on this topic, by all means, use the comment section below. Until next time, peace, love, and maki rolls.